You like breakfast? Ah, who doesn't? I do. So every once in a while, you gotta throw stuff together and come up with something different. Today we're making tater tot and bacon breakfast casserole. I think you're gonna like this one. First up, we need a baking sheet, some parchment paper, and this is a half a bag of tater tots. Mostly because I already used them for another dish. And I don't really need a ton, so instead of making a huge amount, I got enough for a square pan. So into the oven they go. We're going to pre-cook them, which is not what the recipe says, but I don't care. We're going to give them maybe 5-10 minutes less than what the recipe calls for. Pound of bacon. Throw it on another baking sheet, and you know the nice thing is we can throw it in the oven at the same time. 15-20 minutes. Halfway through, see how it's already cooked? Pull it out, flip them all over, and then we're going to get them back into the oven to cook for another 10-15 minutes. That just lets them cook a little more even. Our tater tots. Yeah, they're looking a little brown, so that's perfect. Let's put them aside till we need them. And our bacon is done. It looks kind of bendy bacon to me. Some of it's a little crunchy, and of course, it's all up to your own choice what you want. So I'm going to break all this up into bite-sized pieces right now, just because it's cooled down enough that I can. And if you want bigger pieces, you know, cut bigger pieces. It's all the same. I mean, if you want to add more to this, you can too. It's yours to do with as you want. So here's the pan that we're going to actually work with. Nice square pan. Give it a shot of cooking spray so nothing really sticks to the bottom. And the first layer is our tater tots. And you can see they just cover the bottom. So I had just enough to do this recipe. Bacon's on next. Nice big layer of bacon. I'm liking the way this is going. Honestly, if I had some ham, maybe some peppers, we could throw that in too. Yeah, that's looking good already. We'll put that aside. And I think I'm going to do some green onions. I've got some in the fridge I really need to use, so we're just going to chop them up. Not a lot, but enough so you know they're in there. You know, plus it adds a little bit of color because of the green, right? Sprinkle them all around. Looks good to me. If you want more onions, by all means put more in. If you want less or none, don't put them in. Choice is yours. Alright, we've got a measuring cup out. Why? Because I need to crack a bunch of eggs. Now the original recipe called for 12 eggs, and since I'm only kind of doing a half, we're going to stick with 6. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now to that, we're going to add some salt and pepper. So there's our pepper first, about a half a teaspoon. Your choice, however much you want to your taste. Now I'm trying to measure this out because it's a half a cup of milk. I had half and half so that I'd give it a little creamier taste, which it did. Now the fun part, we get to mix all this together. And then this gets poured on top of our mix. So we've got our potatoes, our bacon, and our eggs. Looking pretty good so far. And our last ingredient is cheddar cheese. About a cup to 2 cups on top, whatever you want. Now I will tell you, you're better off to wait until you're at about the halfway point, or even 15 minutes to go before you pull this out and put the cheese on. I found the cheese was just a little overcooked. Still tasted great, but personal opinion, now that I've made it, into the oven it goes, 350 for about an hour. And when it comes out, you can see here how well the cheese is. And of course, when a knife goes clean into the center, you know it's done, so you want to check it about 10 minutes before, just in case. Well, this is looking good so far, and it smells fantastic. I can't wait to get, I always hate getting the first piece out. Doesn't matter what it is. So for some reason, I thought using a spatula would help. Of course it's not going to help. I don't know why I did that. So with a little bit of work with the knife, I kind of got it loose. Then I went for the heavy artillery, just get a flipper. Make sure it's nice and cut. And there you go. Look at that. Holds together really well with all that cheese, I'll give it to you. And there we have it. There's our tater tot and bacon breakfast casserole. I think you're going to like this one. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.